All right, let's jump right into this. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the hidden biological events that happen inside your body during a simple 30-minute walk. If you've ever wondered what's really going on under your skin, down at the absolute microscopic level, when you lace up your shoes and step outside, you are in exactly the right place.
30 billion. That's a massive number, right? You have roughly 30 to 40 billion fat cells sitting deep within your body, beneath your skin, and wrapping around your vital organs. Now, most people think of these cells as just lazy, inactive lumps sitting there waiting to be starved away. But actually, scratch that, it couldn't be further from the truth. These cells are highly sensitive, incredibly dynamic vaults. They are constantly listening to signals from your body, minute by minute, just waiting for the precise command to act. And here is a massive shift in perspective we need to talk about. Your fat cells are not your enemy. In fact, they're highly advanced biological defense system. When you take in excess energy, these cells swell up to safely store it. Why? Well, because if they didn't, those excess free-floating fats would just drift through your bloodstream and cause severe damage to your vital organs. They are quite literally taking the hit to keep you safe. So here's the journey we're about to take today. We'll start with the truth about fat cells. Then, walk through the distinct phases of a 30-minute walk: the awakening, the release, peak fat burn, the afterburn, and wrap up with why consistency always beats intensity. Starting off with Section 1, the truth about fat cells, because as it turns out, they're way more than just simple storage units. They are actually an active endocrine organ, constantly managing your body's energy balance. But to get that stored energy out of them, we need a specific biological key. That key is called lipolysis. You see, inside those cellular vaults, your energy is locked up incredibly tight in molecules called triglycerides. They can't just leak out on their own. Lipolysis is the specific metabolic process that breaks these tightly bound triglycerides down into free fatty acids and glycerol. It essentially makes them small enough to finally slip out of the vault and be used for energy. Think of this timeline as the backbone of our cellular journey today. We're going to break down the step-by-step biological magic of a daily walk, looking closely at the first 5 minutes, minute 5 to 15, minute 15 to 30, and then, crucially, what happens after your walk is completely finished. So let's get into phase 1, the awakening, which covers 0 to 5 minutes. During these first few minutes, your body is really just warming up the engine. It's looking for the absolute easiest, most readily available energy source, which is glucose and glycogen. Even though you aren't really burning fat yet, your nervous system is waking up. Your heart rate rises, blood flow increases, and more importantly, your body releases stress hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline. I want you to think of adrenaline as the actual physical key entering the lock on your fat cells. When it binds to those receptors, it activates an enzyme called hormone-sensitive lipase, and that enzyme, it triggers the lipolysis process we just talked about. It's effectively warming up the vault doors. Then we move into phase 2, the release. This is from minute 5 to 15. Right around that 10-minute mark, the lipolysis engine comes fully online, and the vault doors finally open. And you know, this is exactly when most people, surprisingly, quit. It happens all the time. People go for a quick 10-minute walk, feel a tiny bit tired, and they sit back down. Honestly, that is a biological tragedy. Right at this 10-minute mark, you are on the absolute brink of the most profound metabolic changes. Your fatty acids have finally slipped through the cell membrane, they're in your bloodstream, and they are just arriving at your muscle cells' mitochondria to be converted into ATP, the actual energy currency of your body. If you stop right now, you're literally slamming the vault doors shut right as they were opening. But if you push past that, you enter phase 3, peak fat burn, from 15 to 30 minutes. You have now officially shifted into the optimal fat burning zone. As you keep walking at a nice brisk pace, we're talking around 45 to 65% of your VO2 max, where you can still comfortably hold a conversation, your body is suddenly supplying a massive 50 to 60% of your energy directly from your fat stores. And something totally fascinating happens on a cellular level here. Walking actually trains your fat cells to be more responsive by increasing fat transport proteins and boosting blood flow. But here's the most incredible part. You're exercising muscles, releasing a genuine miracle molecule, a hormone called irisin. Irisin travels straight to your fat tissue and causes the browning of white fat cells. It literally signals your energy-storing white fat to start acting like energy-burning brown fat, generating heat and boosting your overall metabolism. You are fundamentally changing the physical nature of your fat. Which brings us to phase 4, the afterburn, and your long-term adaptations. The amazing thing is, your fat burn doesn't just stop when you take off your shoes. It remains elevated for hours, and sometimes up to a full 24 hours post-walk. You trigger this physiological phenomenon known as EPOC, or the afterburn effect. Why does this happen? Well, your muscles used up their stored glycogen during the walk, and now your mitochondria have to stay highly active. They continue burning fat just to supply the energy needed to replenish those muscle stores. So a single session of moderate exercise keeps your lipolysis engine running long after you've actually rested. And that leads us perfectly into section 6, consistency beats intensity, and how to entirely reprogram your metabolism. Look, when you walk daily, you're doing something super important. You're building biological trust with your body. You're teaching your nervous system and your fat cells that it is perfectly safe to release stored fats, because that energy is being used on a regular basis. We so often think that harder and faster is always better for fat loss, but consider the biological difference here. Intense running or sprinting actually causes your body to panic just a little bit. It switches its energy preference right back to burning readily available glucose because it desperately needs rapid, explosive energy. Brisk walking, on the other hand, is the biological sweet spot. It maintains your body perfectly in that fat-burning zone without ever crossing the threshold into glucose reliance. And the science backs this up beautifully. A really comprehensive 12-week study demonstrated that just a continuous, daily 30-minute walk resulted in a significant drop in dangerous visceral fat, a major reduction in systemic inflammatory markers, and a really noticeable improvement in insulin sensitivity. And honestly, the best part, all of this was achieved without any extreme, miserable calorie restriction. It was achieved simply through consistent daily communication with your own cells. So how do we practically apply this today? Here are 4 simple, safe steps to start this habit. Number 1, listen to your body's signals. Number 2, start exactly at your current fitness level, wherever that is. Number 3, gradually increase your activity. And number 4, maintain unwavering consistency. Just a quick side note, if you have severe joint issues, unmanaged heart conditions, or if you're diabetic, definitely monitor your blood sugar carefully and consult a doctor first. Walking is incredibly effective at lowering blood sugar, so you absolutely want to be safe about it. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this one core takeaway. You are not at war with your body. When you walk consistently, your fat cells are shrinking not because they're being violently destroyed, but because they are finally safely emptying their contents to work in complete harmony with you. They are just fulfilling their purpose. So I'm curious, which of these concepts surprised you the most? Was it the intricate cellular biology happening during the walk, the fact that you only really need a 30-minute commitment to entirely change your metabolism, or simply realizing that your body has actually been protecting you this whole time? Think about that today. It is incredibly empowering to realize that just stepping outside for a simple walk is the language your body understands best. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and I genuinely hope it leaves you eager to lace up those shoes and head outside.